Do you want real nostalgia? This is Crisis, and in this video I will show you 25 best low-end PC games which are
Legend. Wait for it. And I hope you're not lactose intolerant because the second half of that word is dairy.
Step into the shadowy world of Black Ops, where secrets are buried and minds are broken. From Mason's mysterious numbers to futuristic drones and branching storylines in Black Ops 2, these titles changed FPS storytelling forever. Minimum specs? Just a Core 2 Duo processor, 2 GB of RAM, and an old 8800 GT GPU were enough to deliver pure adrenaline. Welcome to Dunwall, a plague-infested steampunk city. You play as Corvo Atano, assassin, bodyguard, and supernatural nightmare. Blink across rooftops, possess rats, and rewrite fate. You only needed a dual-core 3.0 GHz CPU and any Intel HD to rule the shadows. This was chaos on wheels. Burnout Paradise gave us open-world racing with slow-motion takedowns and crash carnage that felt too good. A 2.8 GHz CPU and a GeForce 6600 were all you needed to cause absolute road mayhem. The webhead swings again. Set after the film, this open-world Spider-Man game finally nailed the feeling of web-slinging through New York City. An Intel Core 2 Duo, an 8800 GT, and 3 GB of RAM were all it took to feel like Spider-Man. No guns. No grenades. Just you, a spear, and the wilderness. Far Cry Primal dropped us into the Stone Age, where survival wasn't optional. You could tame Sabertooths with just a dual-core processor and Intel HD graphics. Commander Shepard reporting. This was a galaxy-spanning journey where your choices shaped entire civilizations. Every goodbye, every romance, every sacrifice mattered. A simple 1.8 GHz dual-core processor and a GeForce 7900 GPU were your ticket to the stars. Undercover in Hong Kong. Fists fly, bikes crash, bullets blaze. Sleeping Dogs brought martial arts to the open-world crime genre and nailed it. A Core 2 Duo, an 8800 GT, and 2 GB of RAM were all you needed to dive into the triads. Run up buildings, throw tanks, slice helicopters in half. You were Alex Mercer, a virus with a vendetta. A 1.86 GHz CPU and a mid-range graphics card turned you into an unstoppable force of chaos. From the streets of Pripyat to No Russian, to saving the world from World War III, modern warfare wasn't just a shooter. It was a revolution. A Core 2 Duo processor and 2 GB of RAM brought Captain Price and soap into your room. This game was loud, wild, and didn't care about the fourth wall. With guns, swords, and constant jokes, Deadpool delivered pure chaos and fun. A dual-core CPU, 8800 GT, and 2 GB of RAM were enough to get the party started. The game. The myth. The benchmark. Can it run Crisis? Wasn't just a question. It was a challenge. A Pentium 4 processor and a GeForce 6800 GPU were enough to attempt the impossible. Blacklists. Pursuits. The legendary BMW M3 GTR. Most Wanted redefined street racing and police chases. A 1.4 GHz processor and 256 MB of RAM gave us one of the most iconic racing experiences ever. Gordon Freeman returns. No words, just gravity guns and rebellion. Half-Life 2 wasn't just a game. It was a revolution in physics-based gameplay. A 1.7 GHz CPU and 512 MB of RAM were enough to start an uprising. Older, angrier, and drenched in noir. Max Payne 3 brought bullet time and cinematic action to a brutal new level. A dual-core CPU, 8600 GT, and 2 GB of RAM delivered a final act worthy of the name. This was Kratos, born of gods, fueled by vengeance. Originally on the PlayStation 2, but playable on PC through emulation. A 2.5 GHz dual-core processor, 4 GB of RAM, and a DirectX 10 graphics card let you destroy Olympus. Before Earth, there was war. Play as Autobots or Decepticons in this explosive third-person shooter that told the untold story of Cybertron. A Core 2 Duo and 2 GB of RAM brought this metallic battlefield to life. A city in the clouds. A girl who opens tears in time. And a story that you'll never forget. A dual-core 2.4 GHz CPU, 8800 GT, and 2 GB of RAM were enough to uncover Columbia's secrets. Brutal, bloody, and unfiltered. This wasn't your typical superhero game. This was Wolverine Unleashed. A Core 2 Duo processor and just 1 GB of RAM let you tear enemies to pieces. A massive open world. Deep, personal stories. And unforgettable characters. The Witcher 3 raised the bar for all role-playing games. A Core i3 processor, Intel HD, and 4 GB of RAM were your gateway into the continent. Daytime is for scavenging. Nighttime? You run. Or you die. Parkour met survival horror in a game where every moment mattered. You can play it, just need to lower the settings. On a 4GB RAM PC.